Hello, welcome to Candid Conversations, and I am the official Tracy Ricks. We're going to talk today about it's your time. You don't want to miss it, so go ahead and take some time. And first of all, click like. Then I want you to subscribe to this channel. And then I want you to click on that notification bell so that you can become notified when we upload new videos. Yes, today we're going to talk about it's your time. And I want you to understand that it's very, very, very important. Yes, it is that you take these next 15 minutes, at least 15 minutes. I want you to just sit still and listen to your life. Yes, we talked about that a couple of weeks ago, but today I want you to do an honest, gentle self-introspect and say, what is my life saying to me? What is my life really saying to me right now? Now, when I talk about it's your time to face the fact that maybe, just maybe, you're not satisfied with where you are in your life. And that's okay. Have you heard that saying, fake it till you make it? Well, I agree that there's some truth to that. But I want to give you another perspective on that. What if you said today that it's time to face it till I make it? Wow. What do you mean? I'm glad you asked me that question. Facing the fact that you're not satisfied with the way things are going, maybe in your home. You know that you guys have been fighting, going at it for years, and you're getting older, and you're thinking, man, this is not how I want my story to end. It's definitely not how I want my marriage to end. Or maybe you've been thinking it's time to lose those last 10 pounds. Yes, and you've been putting it off for years, but now you're thinking to yourself, let me face the fact that if I keep eating the way that I'm eating, if I allow myself to remain overweight, then it could cause some health challenges down the road. Things that I don't even want to have to deal with as I'm aging. Or maybe you need to face the fact that you've had the business plan. God gave you that idea years ago, but you just didn't have the courage to execute it. Face the fact that just maybe it's time for a career transition. And you've been thinking, okay, I've retired. I'm sitting around the house. I know it's more to life than just being here. But what do I do next? Face the fact that it's your time. It's your time to make you a priority. Now, let me say this. I'm going to talk about myself. For years, I would put everybody else ahead of me. I didn't like the way my life was going. That was the truth. I had to face that truth. I had pounds that I had picked up. I was dealing with some medical issues that caused me to gain weight, but I didn't feel good. My confidence level was low. I'm talking about to the point to whereas, you don't want to take pictures, or maybe you don't want to go around, people that knew you in your past because you wasn't confident about your appearance. And we're not even talking about body shaming anybody, but you just didn't feel good, as you guys would say, with the skin that you're in. I've been there. Or maybe once again, you just realize that, I need to do something, but I don't know what to do next. Well, I have some good news for you. I have a 3-day Power Pack Empowerment Summit that was designed with you in mind. Yes, so let me tell you guys a little bit more about my story. Let me slow it down. When I decided I didn't like the way my life was looking, and I decided that I was tired of the weight, when I decided that I knew that it was time for me to, leave the home. Yes, let me say this, because I was, dealing with the kids every day, but I knew that I was not supposed to just, as I would say, be sentenced to motherhood for years and not do anything else. I knew that God had more for me to do. Now, if you're a homemaker, that's a great assignment, but I knew that was not my only assignment. And so I had to decide that I was going to do something about it. And you can. Now, I remember also the mindset that I had back then. And let me share this with you guys. I had a mindset that made me think that it was impossible for me to make a change. So I can relate to you if you're thinking it's impossible. It's been years that I've had this weight on me. Or maybe you've been thinking it's years that my marriage have been in shambles and we're just roommates. Or maybe it's been years since you've been frustrated with the job, or you've been retired and you feel like, what could I do next? I'm not even qualified. First of all, we're going to decide to change that mindset. Decide that it is possible, because with God, right, all things are possible. We're going to start right there. And let me say this. you know, a lot of times, because of the fact that we are not in the right environment, it causes us to feel, overwhelmed and maybe thinking that we just can't do any better than what we're doing right now. Now, let me explain what I'm saying. Maybe you grew up around people who were content with just being average, or content with, you're retiring, you just laying around and you just wait until que sera, sera, sera. And you felt like that was normal until you start feeling that stirring on the inside that, no, it's more that I need to do more than what I'm doing right now. Maybe you're thinking that maybe you're in your 60s, maybe you're 70, and you're knowing that it's just more to life than just laying around. Or, I know I take vacations when I want to, but every day you get up and you know that it's more to it than this. Being honest, that's facing the fact, okay, that I got to do something. I have to make a move. And the thing about it is this: no one can make us change. Nobody can make us decide to do better than us. You can hear me talk about it. You can hear, your favorite evangelist preach about it. You can hear, even on the news, maybe you heard them talking about, it's time for people to do something different because of the pandemic. And a lot of people are making career transitions. Maybe you even heard it on the news. But until you make up your mind that you want to do better, that you want more, that it's your time, then you'll just sit there and remain a victim to your circumstances. Now, let me share this with you guys. We had no choice about the mindset that we developed in our early years of life. I always tell you guys, and I told you this before, let me repeat it. Our mind have two parts: our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. So our subconscious mind is our habit mind, and our conscious mind is the way we make our decisions. So consciously, you decide that, say, you want to lose the weight. But your subconscious mind, if it's not trained to think the way you want it to think now, that subconscious mind can talk you out of the weight loss. The subconscious mind will say things like, everybody in our family just big bone. Or that subconscious mind will tell you when you're trying to go back to school or maybe want to make a career transition, the subconscious mind will tell you, well, you know what, you're too old. You really don't think that you could learn anything new. You barely can remember where your keys are. But the subconscious mind can be reprogrammed, retrained. So I'm encouraging you that if this is you and you know it's your time to let God shine through you, then make a decision and say, this is not how my story is going to end. You've heard me saying this before. Decide that I'm going to join her in that summit. We have a free 3-day Women Empowerment Summit that is going to be a power-packed time of impartation, 45 minutes of proven strategies that I have personally used to transform when I was feeling like you. Well, I heard you, well, I'm not feeling any kind of way. I love my life. There's still more. There's still more. There's always another level. Let me talk about having an open mind. An open mind would tell us that you can do better. It's always, once again, more. Now, a closed mindset, because there's two types of mindset, right? An open mind and a closed mind. Let me say this. So if you have a closed mind, you just feel like this is the best it's going to get. You're not even open to other options. I had a conversation with our daughter the other day, and she was kind of disappointed because she's in dual enrollment, and her instructor didn't come to class that day. And she said, Mom, I wanted to ask her some questions about an assignment. So she said, what am I going to do now? I said, email her. Well, what if I email her and I don't understand what she's saying? I said, there's always another option. I said, maybe you could ask her, can I FaceTime you? The point I'm making is I was trying to make her aware there's always other options. There's always solutions, as my husband would say, to any problem that you are experiencing right now. And after I began to share with her some options, she was like, oh, okay, because I didn't want her to have a closed mind, that if she didn't just have an opportunity to speak with the professor face to face, then that was it. There was no other options for her to receive the answer she needed. So what are you saying? I'm saying that there are always other options when we're open-minded. So maybe you don't know exactly how to go about losing the weight right now or releasing the weight. Then, you have some options. Maybe you can call they have a lot of free information, free hotline, maybe receive a consultation, maybe talk to someone who's done it. Talk with me, come to the summit and find out how I did it. There's always other options, but if I'm closed-minded, and I'm saying that I'm stuck, that's basically what you're saying when you're closed-minded, then you'll always remain where you are. Now, I know you've heard this before. The best way to predict your future is to create it. You can create the future that you want based upon the word of God. God said he knows the thoughts that he's thinking towards you to give you a future, a hope and an expected end, a great future he has for you. Now, we have to make a choice, once again, a decision that I want more. I want you to decide that it's your time. You've been there for everybody else. I know. You put the kids through school. Some of you guys are even working with your grandkids. You've done for everybody else, your friends. You've supported them. You've been their biggest cheerleader. You're even taking care of your parents. There's those, who are at a season in their life, they're doing things, concerning their parents that takes a lot of time. But I want to share this with you. It's your time. I heard you. Well, who's going to be there for me? Who's going to help me? I want to be one of your biggest cheerleaders. I want you to let me support you and undergird you. That's why I'm inviting you to my free 3-day empowerment summit for the mature woman. We're starting on Sunday, October the 16th, 17th, and 18th. That's Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday night. 3 power-packed nights of just 45 minutes of your time. You're worth it. And let me say this. What if you start making your life, and the things you want to need a top priority? What would you do? I want you to think about it. What would you do if you started making you a top priority, the things you want to need, just like you make the kids a priority? Because I promise you, most of us, I've been there. If the kids need something on Monday night, no matter how tired you were, you wake up out of your sleep after you worked 24 hours the night before, exaggeration, 12 hours, to take them to that recital or to basketball or football practice. So what if you decide to make you a priority and say, you know what? I'm going to do this for me. Can you imagine what could happen? As you're open, having an open mind, that it is my time, that I can do this for me. I want to do this for me. I'm going to start making me a top priority. When I started making me and the things I need a top priority, that's when every relationship in my life began to transition. Because I decided to value what I need. Some of you guys, it's your time to face the fact that you have not valued you and the things you need. And it's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. And let me share this with you guys, especially us women. We don't have to be the sacrificial lamb for our families. We just don't. Once I begin to make me a top priority and not being, selfish, because there are some parents, especially women, who's selfish and, you take care of you and your kids look like, no one cares for them. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about being balanced and making you a priority so that you can begin to flourish again and blossom and, get you back. It's time to get you back. Yes, it is. What I'm telling you is resonate with you. So it's time for you to face the fact that you're going to face it till you make it. Don't run from it anymore. Don't shove it under the rug, the fact that it's so much you would like to do and need to do, but you just don't have the courage yet to do it, or the right answers, or what to do next. Because if we shove it under the rug, guess what will happen eventually? We would trip up on it. Some of you guys who've just been covering up for so long, you're not really happy. We're just used to faking it once again till we make it. But let's face it till we make it. Let's decide that I'm going to make me a priority. And I want you to let me help you. So I want you to go ahead and click on the arrow. And there's a link there of how to sign up for the free 3-day empowerment summit. Just 45 minutes of your time. This summit was designed with the mature woman, you in mind. I want you to let me take you from stuck to whatever area you need help in, to unstoppable in every area. From burnout. Some of you guys are burnout. You're just tired of being tired. You know where you are. This is not it. You're tired of carrying the extra weight. You're tired of hiding behind others in pictures. Did that for years. You're tired of looking at the business plan and just thinking, okay, Lord, I need more finances. I need to operate in the overflow. But what do? I want you to let me help you go from burnout to blazing with enthusiasm. I'm talking about waking up every day excited about your life. I want you to let me help you get your passion and your zeal back. And the choice is yours. I'm excited about it. So go ahead and share this video. I believe caring is sharing. I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to like the video. I want you to leave me a comment about your thoughts about what I'm saying today concerning you just deciding it's your time. I want you to also click on the notification bell so that you can become notified when I upload new videos. Well, I'm excited about it. I just want you to know you're not stuck anywhere. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. I am so excited about you joining me. So once again, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and also register for the free 3-day summit because, girl, I got you. See you guys in my next video. Thank you, and don't forget to share. I believe caring is sharing. See you at the summit.